A very good morning to all brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Today is the second last day of our retreat, day number 7, 29 August 2024, Thursday. So we will continue with our program. I think it's morning chanting. Turn to page 1 of the chanting book. So this morning, most of them who supposed to revert back to 5 precepts we have taken. Then those who want to maintain 8, you chant on your own. Anyway, we will do the morning chanting. We will start with Arahang Samma Sambuddham, we all sing. Then after that, you turn to page 5. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhaṃ Bhagavantaṃ Abhivādemi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. Okay, then turn to page 5. We will do the morning chanting. English, start.
To the Blessed One, the Lord, who fully attained perfect enlightenment, to the teaching which he expounded so well, and to the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, to this, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, we render with offerings our rightful homage. It is well for us that the Blessed One, having attained liberation, still had compassion for later generations. May these simple offerings be accepted for our long-lasting benefit and for the happiness it gives us. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and Blessed One, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha.
Now let us pay preliminary homage to the Buddha.
Homage to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. Homage to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. Homage to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One.
Now let us chant the praise of the Buddha.
The Tathagata is the pure one, the perfectly enlightened one. He is impeccable in conduct and understanding, the accomplished one, the knower of the world. He trains perfectly those who wish to be trained. He is teacher of gods and humans. He is awake and holy. In this world, with its gods, demons, and kind spirits, its seekers and sages, celestial and human beings, he has by deep insight revealed the truth. He has pointed out the Dhamma, beautiful in the beginning, beautiful in the middle, beautiful in the end. He has explained the spiritual life of complete purity in its actions and conventions. I chant my praise to the Blessed One. I bow my head to the Blessed One.
Now let us chant in praise of the Dhamma.
Well expounded is the Dhamma of the Blessed One, can be realized in the here and the now, beyond time, beyond thought, inviting investigation, leading inwards to the heart, Nibbana, can be understood by the wise each for themselves. I chant my praise to this teaching. I bow my head to this teaching.
Now let us chant in praise of the Sangha.
They are the Blessed One disciples who have good conduct, who have upright conduct, who have wise conduct, who have dutiful conduct. That is the four pairs, the 8 kinds of noble beings. These are the Blessed One's disciples. Such ones are worthy of gifts, worthy of hospitality, worthy of offerings, worthy of respect. They give occasion for incomparable goodness to arise in the world. I chant my praise to this Sangha. I bow my head to this Sangha.
Now let us chant our salutation to the Triple Gem and a passage of encouragement.
The Buddha, absolutely pure with ocean-like compassion, possessing the clear insight of wisdom, destroyer of worldly self-corruption, devotedly indeed, that Buddha I revere. The teaching of the Lord, like a lamp, illuminating the path and its fruit, the deathless, that which is beyond the conditioned world, devotedly indeed, that Dhamma I revere. The Sangha, the most fertile ground for cultivation, those who have realized peace, awaken after the accomplished one, noble and wise, all longing abandoned, devotedly indeed, that Sangha I revere. This salutation should be made to that which is worthy, through the power of such good action. May all obstacles disappear. One who knows things as they are has come into this world, and he is an Arahant, a perfectly awakened being, purifying the way leading out of delusion, coming and directing to perfect peace, and leading to enlightenment. This way he has made known. Having heard the teaching, we know this. Birth is suffering, aging is suffering, sickness, disease is suffering, and death is suffering. Sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief and despair are suffering. Association with the dislike is suffering. Separation from one's loved ones and our prized possession is suffering. Not attaining one's wishes is suffering. In brief, the 5 aggregates of graspings are suffering. These are as follows: identification with the body, identification with feeling, identification with perception, identification with mental formations, identification with consciousness. For the complete understanding of this, the Blessed One in his lifetime frequently instructed his disciples in just this way. In addition, he further instructed
Rupang anicang, Vedana anicang, Sanya anicang, Sankara anicang, Vinyanang anicang, Rupang anatta, Vedana anatta, Sanya anatta, Sankara anatta, Vinyanang anatta, Sabbe Sankara anicca, Sabbe Dhamma anattati.
All of us are bound by birth, aging, sickness, and death, by sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair, bound by suffering and obstructed by suffering. Let us all aspire to complete freedom from suffering.
The
Blessed One, who long ago attained Parinibbana, is our refuge. So too are the Dhamma and the Sangha. Attentively we follow the pathway of that Blessed One with all of our mindfulness and strength. May then the cultivation of this practice lead us to the end of every kind of suffering.
Okay, closing puja. Arahang Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. Okay, you all can visit that. Okay, so based on our program, I think now we can revert back to our program. You're supposed to have 45 minutes of meditation. Oh, total 1 hour. Yeah. Okay. We still got another 14 minutes. Yeah, okay. I give you 1 hour. We will off the light so that you all can continue with your 1 hour of awareness-based meditation. So make full use of all this meditation slot because tomorrow is our last day. So if you want to make use of the retreat to stabilize your awareness and deepen your training, this is the best time slot. Well, after this, we'll have another, I think, evening meditation. In between, after Fajan Sifu, they all go. I think we don't have much time left for meditation, so we see how it goes. Huh? Okay, off the light, then develop your stability or awareness-based meditation. Learn how to relax is very important. After relaxation, don't try to do anything. Just allow the mind to retain the awareness within. Awareness means aware. Don't try to know, don't try to do anything. Just relax, aware. Then enjoy the meditation. Experience the tranquility, the stillness, the non-movement of sankhara. You can realize that it's already very good. Okay, you can slowly, mindfully come out of meditation. Try to maintain whatever awareness, mindfulness that you have developed for as long as you can. Okay, now we shall continue with from where we stop. We are following this book, Ultimate Realization to Transcend Life, Unique Dhammakut 105. Physical time, psychological time, and the timeless. We are at page 47. I think last paragraph. Brasong said, we can see with mindfulness that when psychological time arises, Dhammapada verse 1 and 2 also arise. So by now, I believe you all should have the understanding of what is meant by psychological time. Okay, revision. What are the two types of times that we have established? One is physical time, where the scientists use. It is a time that measure the time for a day and a night, for the what they call planet Earth to go one round. So that is defined as 24 hours. Then 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. 1 minute, 60 seconds. Then the time taken for our planet Earth to go around the sun, they come to know that it's 365 and a quarter day. So the lunar calendar and the British calendar is different. The lunar calendar based on the moon circulating the planet Earth. So what they do is, the Western calendar, 365, the quarter day they take away. They say 1 year, 365 days. But every 4 years, they add 1 day. They call it the leap year, February 29. That makes back the quarter day. That's why they realize, because of that, the season, everything is quite predictable. Then for the lunar, where is the Chinese calendar, because of our civilization, Chinese civilization, about 5,000 over years, they also very wise. They managed to have I think if I'm not wrong, every 4 years they add 1 month, June to compensate back for the what they call season. So whichever calendar is a measurement of physical time. So that one you cannot stop. Because that one is following existential movement. But there is one type of time which we call psychological time. What does it mean by psychological time? When you arise your thought, there is a psychological thinking, psychological movement, and psychology is mostly associated with thinking, with emotion, with the mind state and all those things. That's why scientists, they study psychology. Nowadays, there are a lot of courses on psychology, psychiatric. You can end up to be a psychologist or a psychiatric doctor. They call them doctor also. Yeah. So this psychological time, which the scientists came to understand, but they don't have much idea about what this is. They only know is thinking. But behind the thinking, what are the things that move the thinking? How does thinking come about? They have very little knowledge. So the Buddha on his side, through his enlightenment, he came to understand many things. He realized that this psychological time is basically mundane mind activity and movement. When psychological time stops, what happened? Yeah? The Buddha realized that your mind doesn't create, doesn't stir. You understand? From the pure awareness, this one creates psychological time. Can understand? So this one is, it creates psychological time. How to spell? P-S-Y. But when psychological time stop, what happened? There is no more creation in it. Then, you realize the true mind, the awareness, pure awareness nature. So you stay back here. This is your true mind. So this one, you look at the chart, is your true mind. So when you are here, the Buddha called it the timeless, akaliko. Now you understand. So when you are here, there is no creation. But when you are out of here, because these two are very near, the pure awareness and the thinking are very near. If you really know how to stabilize your awareness nature, when you are inside there, that's why I ask you to inquire. Who are you? What are you? Without thought, who are you? With thought, who are you? The two are different. So without thought, you realize you cannot think. There is no word, no concept. Actually, you are nothing. Do you understand? It's not a being. It's not even a thought. You are nothing. So here is where the timeless is. Means the unconditioned. Nothing more. But this pure awareness, when it's connected to the form and mind, through the karmic process, this one can be aware of the creation. As I song came to know also, when psychological time arises, Dhammapada verse 1 and 2. And what is Dhammapada verse 1 and 2? Mind, that mundane mind, is the forerunner of all things. From here, it creates. You can see. That's why this is a forerunner. Then this one, when you create a thought, you input the content of consciousness from your brain, your memory, your views, your opinion, your conditioning. All this has mental intention behind. There's a moral and immoral. Dhammapada verse 1 is what? Mind is the forerunner of all things. Mind is chief. Mind make other. When mind arises, all things arise. That if you act, think, and speak with a deluded mind that has the evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion, what follow you? That's why the moral causation, the karmic negativity arise. So Dhammapada verse 1 and 2 is the mundane thinking that created the karmic. So if you want to have the good life, then you better train this mind so that you act, speak, and think with a wholesome mind. Can follow? Can follow now? You don't answer me, you don't know lah. That's how. So you can follow me, you determine to train this mind. How you train? Awareness-based meditation. You train yourself to be more mindful, more aware, so that you understand whether the evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion is there or not. So that you are in the position to act, speak, and think with a wholesome mind that is free of the evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion. That's how the teaching come about. Then happiness will follow you, like your shadow that never leaves you. If that is what you want, then work on it. Understand how? Then the teaching also very clear. The Buddha knew you cannot act with a wholesome mind that is free of the evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion. Because you don't even know what is greed, hatred, and delusion. That's why in the vow, the Bodhisattva vow, I add in, you not only avoid evil, but you must develop the understanding of what constitutes evil. The three evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion make you evil. So you have to contemplate and reflect. What does the Buddha mean by greed? In fact, greed is an English translation. What is the Pali word for greed? Lobha. Not Lobha. 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 So this is the word. This one got deep meaning. This English word you have to use many words. All your greed are lobha. All your selfishness, all your craving, all your covetousness, all your possessiveness, all your like and wanting. All this constitute this evil root of lobha. So whenever there are mind state of selfishness, greediness, covetousness, craving, lust, desire, all this is this evil root. You have to avoid them. Otherwise you get into trouble. Then the other one is what? Hatred is what? The Malay word? Dosa. What is the meaning of dosa in Malay? Sin. Whatever sinful thing you do is the second evil root, dosa. This word you have to understand. When you meditate, you understand, because the mental intention behind that movement, you feel it. Your dislike, your anger, your hatred, your envy, your jealousy, your whatever cunningness, deceitfulness, is all under this. Understand or not? Your emotional negativity. And this is a big field. And this one causes agitation inside. This one causes craving inside. Understand? This one is dislike one, negative of this one. But both also negative one. Understand? Then the last one is what is Moha? Delusion. Sakayaditi. Delusion means, he said, you think you exist. You think you are a permanent, unchanging entity. You think the five aggregate of form and mind is you. Understand not? You believe this physical body is you. All the feeling that you arise, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, is you. All of the perception you think you perceive. You see, you hear, you smell, you taste, you tactile feel and think. That is where the delusion is. Then the other one is all the other senses, including your brain. Your brain is the sixth sense door. Can you follow? So whenever there is this, the Buddha says you have to be aware. That's why you train yourself in awareness-based meditation. Otherwise you cannot be aware. But to be aware of this, you must understand what this is there. True or not? Yes. That's why Work on this, understand? When you understand this, then whenever there are these mind states, means the evil roots are there. They are the root of all evil, make you evil. So don't hold on to them. And the first right effort is what? Right effort to abandon all this that has a reason. Because the Buddha knew you cannot stop it. It arises, you aware, then you do something about it. Then how do you do something about it? Use the 5 way. Very good. The first 2 still thought based, but initially you can give it a try. Think of the direct opposite wholesome thought to reverse it. Second one is think of the danger, the consequence of holding on to this evil root in your mind state. It will make you evil, cause your karmic downfall. Understand all this, then tell yourself, my life, I am not going to allow this to happen. And then only you have the perseverance and the determination to go this way and cultivate. Because it's your life, understand not? You don't love yourself means you are heedless. You don't care about life. That's why a lot of people don't understand this. They don't cultivate. They cannot even cultivate because they don't know about it. But you as Buddhists, you have this teaching, you know about this, and yet you choose not to cultivate. Who is to be blamed? Yeah? Your own deluded so-called self. Nobody else can help you. So understanding this is very important. Then the third and the fourth way is the meditative way. We have gone through the Heart Sutta. The third way is very simple. Whenever this mind state arises, all those that I have described, relax, aware, stay with it. What happened? It will cease in it, dissipate in it, like what Po Cheng said. Why? Because all these are dependent originating mind state. Due to your delusion, moha. Understand? You think you exist, you think there is an ego, there is a personality, there is a being. Then this one becomes selfish, understand not? It wants to own things, it wants to have things, it wants to possess things, it wants to control things. Authority. That's why greed, hatred, and delusion. When he cannot get what he wants, he gets angry. He gets jealous. Jealousy develops. The violent, agitated, unhappy mind develops. Then the hatred can go to intense, very intense hatred. They will hate you until very, very intensely. So all this, then when you are deluded, you have a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. You don't know what is happening. Why is it like that? So all these are the evil root of all evil. So when you stay aware, it sees, what does you learn? If you are not here at the pure awareness, you don't learn anything. Because this is theory. But when you stay here and see all this agitated mind state from here, mundane activity, you stir your mind, you react to sense experience. This one is dependent originating. No wrong view, no moha, no delusion. This one does not stir. You understand? This one remains pure awareness. But the moment it stirs, it creates this mundane thinking. Because you have wrong thought, you input the content, then it stirs. This emotion comes. When you become emotional, what happens? You are no longer here. Understand? That's why you fall. That's why song say, when psychological time arises, Dhammapada verse 1 and 2 arise, then it triggers off the karmic. Understand? That's why the karmic process takes its course. Then you continue to roam in samsara. You become the traveler in space and time. Now you understand? Understand? Ayo. Be more serious, understand? If you paise, shy is the thought, not you, understand? Your nature is very beautiful. Originally already beautiful. But obscure until you don't understand that you are that. Understand now? There is this nature. That's why now it's like you lost from home. Then you kena caught in the wilderness. You roam around, not knowing what is happening. Then suddenly you manage to return home. You remember the boy? There is a show, cinema show, Home Alone. Like the fella, left alone, parent not around. The theft come, he got to fight, he got to come out with all the idea. This one, phenomenal work. You do a lot of these things. But finally, when the parent come back, everything back to order. So you come back to here. But here you are lost. So what is happening is, after you understand this, when you are at the PA, you're aware, then this mind state cease, dissipate, like what Po Cheng said. Inside, it will awaken one. Hey, originally, I am already here, which is peace, tranquility, stillness, and clarity. This is where I should be, understand? So when you understand this, then you realize all this mind state, anger, hatred, jealousy, or whatever mind state, fear, worry, anxiety, they are not intrinsic. They were never here. They actually happen here. Then you realize, since these are dependent originating mind state, if I straighten my view, I have this understanding born of wisdom, then all this is unreal, cease. Understand? I don't have to do anything. I maintain awareness, the third way. Then it cease. Then I realize, like what the Buddha said, all this mind state, which is your sankhara activity, they are dependent originating, condition arising. They are not intrinsic within your nature. Understand? They are the guests of the hotel room. You remember? They are not the host. The host is here. Understand? You are in charge. Well, you see how they create and how they torment this deluded one. Well, you cling on to this thinking that it's you. Now you see clearly. Then from here, it created this to lure you, to entice you, to like make you very full of what you call it, full of like you believe that one is very exciting. Understand? So this is where the chaotic phenomenal world of consciousness is, but you don't know that it's chaotic. You think it's a dreamland where you want to go. But when you encounter the first noble truth reality, the eighth reality of life and existence that the Buddha explained or proclaimed under the first noble truth, then you realize, ultimately, you suffer. Understand? Because you don't have the wisdom to confront them. So life is like that. The secret of life is understanding this creation, this movement. That's why song in the book, very good. What did he say? Now we read again. We can see with mindfulness that when psychological time arises, Dhammapada verse 1 and 2 arise, or take their course. At the same time, one can also witness the second right view of Citta Niyama, which is synonymous with the understanding of the law of dependent origination, occurring thereby understanding the 12 links. This one is to go deeper already. It not only see this movement, but it see how you function as a human being. How avijja, because you lack understanding, pacca sankhara. Sankhara means you think, you go to the brain, make contact, then it triggers consciousness, vijnanam. Then when vijnanam arrives, your habitual tendency, your conditioning, all your memories, belief system, everything immediately input the content of consciousness. That's why it becomes a mundane mind, a thought. Once the content going, it becomes a thought. Then it continues to create. So this is what you're supposed to understand. Clear or not now? Ah, when you are clear, when you cultivate the understanding, you progress very fast. Otherwise, you cannot remember. No, hey, Brother Teo said this, Brother Teo said that. Suddenly 5 ways, oh, I have been suddenly 4 right effort. Suddenly must understand greed, hatred. But the full picture, nobody explained to you and you don't see. But once you see the full picture, you know where you are and you know what you have to do. Understand? And it's all recorded. That's why listen to it again and again until you understand. Then you become very different. Then you, yeah, sorry.
Would like to share about Lobha and Dosa, my reflection on it. So instead of thinking of it as greed and hatred, the way I understand it now is that pertaining to reality, as we go through life, whatever we are served by life, any reality that we don't want, I consider dosa. Everything that happened to us that we don't like, we want to reject, I consider dosa. And then anything that like a loss in reality, something I want but I cannot have in reality, I cannot have, I consider that lobha. That way of reflecting on lobha and dosa, actually for me it brings out the poison of the three evil roots a lot more for me in my daily life.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, her way is intellectual approach, so she need to have her own way of understanding things. So that is a simplified understanding that can help her, which is of no harm. That's why you are different. Everyone is, you evolve your own way to understand this. The main thing is you must understand what the Buddha meant. And how you want to recall this is just like the skillful means that I teach you. Whenever you are not unhappy, whenever you are unhappy and not peaceful, the evil root is there, and then trace. So for her, what you don't want is dosa. What you crave for is lobha. It makes it easier for her. Then she has the understanding of what these are because she has gone through them. So for her, she really look at life. So everything that affect her, she know how it affect her. And that's why she recall. Then through his understanding, he retrospectively root it out and reverse them. But when her awareness develop, she will like breeze through all this. Then that time, no need to analyze, no need to do anything. The understanding will be automatic. But from the awareness you see, that is the direct seeing, awakening. Because you see it dissolving, dissipating. Via what? Via not doing anything. Understand? Which means your original true mind, the pure awareness nature, which is a nature, is originally there. You cannot see it because it's obscured by the stirring of the mind, the emotion. So when this stirring of the mind happens, at the mundane mind consciousness, from the spacious awareness, you lost. You went into this. The egoic mind swallow you in, understand? And you think this is you. That's why you lost here. That's why you cannot live from here. So the triangle, remember, you're supposed to stay here and develop direct seeing and develop the wisdom. But you end up here. This is mundane living, understand? This is where the phenomenal world of consciousness can distract you, lure you, entice you, and trap you. And this is a phenomenal world that has a lot of what they call ups and downs. Understand? That's why I call it a chaotic world. Really chaotic here. A lot of disagreement, a lot of fighting, a lot of war, a lot of conflict. A lot of funny things happen here. Here, peaceful, tranquil, still, clear. No agitation, nothing. And you don't want to stay here. You prefer outside. No. That should be the attitude. Like, who went to Manjusri? Who was it? Which guy? RPG. He suffer now and now. Remember? So ask yourself, Ing Pi no already, no. I don't want to be here. This one too hot, too agitated. I don't want. Here, tranquil, cool. Understand? Stillness. Peace. The word is peace. You want a peaceful life or a chaotic life? You choose. Peaceful. If you want chaotic, by all means. Your life, you decide, you go. Then you join them. You join them. So, like the Buddha say, Dhamma friends are very important. Don't go and look for Macau friend. You know what is Macau friend? People from Macau. They gamble, they swindle, a lot of things. That's why the Cantonese got a word. Macau fan. Why Macau? We are from the word Macau. Okay, we read on. Then I say, yes. Then you will also understand the Diamond Sutta. That's why I told Song straight away. If you understand that, you will answer. You will also understand the Diamond Sutta. What is the Diamond Sutta? The first stanza is 一切有为法. Means what? Everything within the conditioned world are conditioned Dhamma. That is what the Buddha is teaching. Everything is dependent originating, condition arising, causal phenomena. No reality. I really show it to you. This table, real or not? You say real, solid. I can perceive, I can touch, I can even do a lot of things with it. But how do you know it's a table? Through your perception, memory. That physically, through your own understanding of life, you know this table is not through magic or no. Nobody created it or no. But through causes and conditions, it arises. Understand? You need the raw material. You need the carpenter. You need somebody with the form and mind to actually skillfully do it, finish it, and put it on the market for sales. Then somebody buy, offer to temper, arise already, exists already. Understand? Everything you come to perceive is all like that. This building also same. It has its causes and conditions for its arising. We all attending this retreat also same. There are all the causes and conditions for it to arise. Take for example the new Kayamita, Singaporean. If they don't have the causes and conditions and affinity, first they don't know about the retreat. Or they know about the retreat but they don't know who to contact to join. Then after they decide to join, then everything falls into place. They still have to make an effort to come. Understand? Book the hotel, look at the schedule, and all this. Similarly, the organizer and all these people who make it possible, these are the causes and conditions behind. Otherwise, you won't be here. Understand? That's why 因缘早安排. You understand? Everything is already arranged. Otherwise, you cannot be here. So, this is the meaning of 一切有为法. Everything you come to know, see, they are all dependent, originating, condition arising, causal phenomena. But it is a conditional, existential, not what you think. Nothing is real. Of course, you don't be like my classmate, nothing real, but steal your money. Give it to me. When I say nothing is real means, it's just like the word emptiness. Understand? Empty doesn't mean nothing. No. Do you understand? Empty means empty nature or existence. No. But there are things. No. There is life. There is what they call human consciousness that trigger of the evolution of life. Understand? No? That's why the era we go through, the evolution of our race, the human race, it does happen, but are they real? They are all empty, because mind make they. He know you, he know me. And as we all have developed the understanding, we can define the whole of existence as related to time. To go through time is to exist. True or not? So when you understand that you exist because you go through time, then to understand life, understand existence, we must understand time, isn't it? And time is easier to understand than life. Understand? Life very complex. You have to know a lot of things. Law of karma, law of what. But you zero in on time, they're very easy. What is time? We can define it. 3 periods of time, cover the whole spectrum of time. True or not? Past, present, and future. Then we understand time. Then we inquire. Of this, which is a reality? Past is already gone. No more reality. Like I asked Nancy, you cannot deny you were born until now, isn't it? And everything, every moment that exists, you cannot deny it happened, isn't it? But it's of the past, no? Now I ask you, is it real? You can only recall to memory, you know. Understand? As real it can be, understand? Gone. Not a reality. That future hasn't happened yet, no. Yet to come, no. Is it a reality? It's also not a reality. So the reality is what? This moment. And what is this moment? Split second is the end gone, no. Split second is the end gone. Moment to moment, life passes by, no. What are you doing? If you are not mindful, you cannot understand what you are doing. Because most people are heedless. They are busy thinking, planning, and worrying about life. True or not? So if that is what you are doing, then how can you be within the moment to experience all of the, what they call beauty and wonders of life? All these beauty and wonders are really pristine, no? Because they are really the way it is, no? That's why when you are aware with the full presence without thought, you see things as they are, no? And every of these things that you observe through your senses, like the baby, they are so pristine, no? Ever new, no? Never the same, no? That's why when I look at everything after 89, I realize, hey, how come now I see everything, no? Last time I see the word, and that's a concept. The more, then I don't see all this detail already, understand? Microphone, I see the word, the object. But I never observe now. There is no direct seeing, no real seeing. This direct seeing that see all this, got no word one, understand? No concept, like the art, like the author. Same. If you don't perceive, the word don't come out. You see as it is. Understand? Then when you close your eye, all this disappear. Then is it real? That's why the table, externally already dependent originating. Not so real, like the block-cut analogy. Then how do you know it's a table or a block-cut? You perceive it through your mundane aggregates of sanya, perception. When you perceive it, it's just an image up here, your brain, inverted. Externally already not so real. The way you perceive it is just an image up here. How real can it be? And yet you deludedly cling, grasp, and fight over it. Understand now? And this is really saccadity, self-delusion, stupidity, the lack of understanding. So understanding this part of dependent originating is very important. If everything is dependent originating or condition arising Dhamma within the conditioned world, like what the Diamond Sutta, 一切有为法, then is there any reality? No, isn't it? That's why the second stanza is what? 如梦幻泡影. What is the meaning? Read lah. Dreamlike means like you are dreaming. No? When you are dreaming, is it real? It's just a dream, understand? No? Actually, within the conscious world, most of the heedless one, they are like dreaming. No? That's why I use the word, they existed life. No? Existed through life. No? They never live life. No? Do you understand the difference? You are like a zombie, you exist through life, but you never leave. Why? You can never be within the moment to understand the pristine beauty and wonders of life. Every moment, every instant. That's why the Zen, they have this famous Zazen type of sharing. He said, if you have the pure awareness nature within, drinking a cup of tea is Zazen. Understand? It's Zen cultivation. Because with full awareness, you are not lost in thought. You are not like having worry, fear, anxiety. Your mind is so tranquil, so still. And with full awareness, that's why present moment awareness without thought, fully aware that whole movement. And you drink, your senses become very sharp now, very, very sensitive now, because you are not lost in thought, not influenced by anything. That pure awareness, that pure presence, you drink, you sip. Everything is so pristine now. That is the meaning, because their mind is not affected or complicated or agitated. Just like Cindy told you all, sea means sea lah. Why make so much problem out of the sea? Oh, the engine up here, the memory, the views, opinion, condition, beliefs, is so much thing to comment. Understand? That's why you never see. You follow your habitual tendency and you stir, you react. Actually, you are a clown up there. You know, as a clown, make people happy, amuse people, and you yourself end up not knowing what you are doing. Yeah. Janta, want to share something? Very good. You Zoey, you Zoey.
Namo Buddhaya,
Yeah.
Matthew and my kilometers. Just a short funny joke about this chicken washing my mom's hand with hot oil. So Matthew, I always tell my mom that, mindful, but I think you hit me more deeper, that is mindful of the moment.
Yeah.
Because that day after the whole thing happened, the incident, there's this nun in Brahma Vihara. So she was very stern. She said, "Auntie, you are not unmindful. You are very mindful, because when you cook the chicken, you have all the aspiration to cook for the sanghas, to offer food sangha. That is mindful." And I was trying to, something hit me, and I was very reluctant to say, what's this? Dear Merrill, I think there's something not right there.
Yeah, that is not mindful.
But she was insisting that my mom was mindful because she has a good intention to cook the chicken for the sangha, so she's very noble. So today, at least I got the point that mindful of the moment.
Yeah, that moment when you are we are aware inside, not lost in thought. Understand? If you are lost in thought, how can you be mindful? I told you, man can only do one thing at a time. Either you are at the pure awareness nature without thought, then you have clarity, the spacious awareness. You can be aware of all the movement activity, but the moment you entangle with it and the thought come out, you are lost in thought. Understand? Lost in thought means what? You're no longer with the moment, preoccupied with the thinking. Understand? The emotion, the reaction, the chattering, the whatever commentator inside. So when you are lost in thought, how can you be aware? That's why the healers are as if dead. You can never stay here to develop wisdom. Understand? If you are not here, you cannot have the direct seeing. If you are not here, you are here. When you are here, the thought that you create through the spacious awareness shrinking to a small focused attention, how can you understand things that is outside the thought? That's why you will be trapped here. You will be in the phenomenal world of consciousness. This one project out, then react, stir, and emotional inside. Then create conflict, misunderstanding, everything. That's why to stay here at the pure awareness is very important. So at least Dr. J now realized sati means present within the moment. That's why the Chinese word, Mandarin word, 自在. What is 自? Your this so-called nature is here, understand? Within the moment. 自在 at ease, within the moment. Not lost in thought, not entangled with problem, not carrying anything, worry, fear, anxiety. Very good. Dr. J, continue.
So, like this last night, Brother to ask me how's my mother twice. So I said, okay lah, tomorrow going back again. There's not much time to show her around. So this now morning, I decided to bring her for nasi lemak, her favorite food. So we went to this one small hut near the river. So I was enjoying the fresh air, the river flowing, and she is there busy. Tomorrow, must back early, must go back early. Don't let people say that you're late.
Very good. This example is very good.
Huh? Where are you? Why are you not here?
All lost in thought. Because the memory, tomorrow must do this, tomorrow must go back must do this. These are the things you carry. Whereas Jayanta now, he developed more understanding. He can enjoy the nature stream, breeze, vibration. Because when you are aware, all this come to you, When you are lost in thought, you worry here, worry there. All your so-called planning, understand? Your scheduling, your whatever scheming, you can include. Whatever you want to do. So what you do is you are carrying a lot of this in your memory, and your memory is not your friend, It's only your friend to keep the data there. But like the computer, when you don't need it, don't access it, Random access memory, or need only retrieve, then use. But don't hold on to your fear, your psychological memory, like phobia, worry, anxiety, insecurity. All these are psychological memory. If you leave it in the memory bank, no problem with it. But you retrieve it, what happened? You recall that phobia, what happened? You panic, you become emotional. You recall what happened last time, how people abused you, how people actually did all those things to you. Then your unfinished business. Then sometimes your sickness, your disease, because you heard about it, then you know you have this. Then when you recall, the fear arises, the worry arises. So you must understand all these are psychological memory, dependent originating, conditional. You carry too much of this, you are too busy actually existing through life. You never live life. Understand? Every day, memory tell you what to do. You worry, you hold on to it, and you want to attend to all this. Not to say you cannot do all this, but don't carry in the memory means what? That's why I say take out a piece of paper or a notebook, whatever you have to do, write it down, so that no need to remember yourself. When the time comes, it will prompt you actually. Then, if you forgot, turn on the book. Finish already, attend already, mark. Understand? Attend already, mark. But like you need to pay your bill, you need to remember a date, your colleague, marriage or what, you write it down. Understand? Then Kayamita retreat, where you write it down. Understand? So that you don't have to remember. That's why when you have the understanding, you are most of the time at the awareness, you are not at the brain there. Understand? So this memory is not cluttered. You know what is the word cluttered? A lot of rubbish there, like no space. If you don't carry, you got more space, understand? You got more energy. Space is energy. Space is clarity. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, we let Jayanta continue. I think you sit over here better, Jayanta. Poaching there. Yeah. Okay. There you will not have any distortion. Yeah.
But okay, I totally second to Brother Tio's suggestion of writing down your plans, because I was 1 year ago until now I'm still renovating my mom's house, so all these plans and ideas are all cluttering the whole mind. It makes the mind whole busy that you can't even sleep peacefully at night, Brother
Make
Tio.
you very tired one.
Yes, Brother Tio. So towards I think it's before my birthday, around May. That's where I started to know why every night, every evening after dinner, I'll just write down tomorrow what's be done.
That one will free your brain.
Yes, and the night just passed by so peacefully.
Peacefully. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good. Then you want to share what you tell me or not? Your problem gone. You realize the first few days he was very sick. He cannot talk. He was not himself.
So, as many my Kaimetas knows that every time when I come back to Sampo Temple, I have this, how should I say, MC for the first few days. But this time really blessing in disguise, because I think my Bodhisattva was Brother Ben. Because he the 2 nights before, he asked me, Janda, have you ever done laying down meditation? I was like, should I say yes or should I say no? I was caught because I maybe this ego of mine myself that to sleep in a shrine hall is not very polite. So I usually run back to the room. So he said, you should try. So the next morning, then Sister Adeline was asking me to join this morning chanting. After vibration, everything feels so good. So that morning session, I lie down beside Zoey. Then I was doing my mind-body
sweeping method.
Method.
Then he was very relaxed.
Yes,
then you listen what happened.
So what happened was this very, very it's like this
abdomen area.
Where this very intense heat building up.
And energy came out.
And it was so intense that I really can't relax to it. So what happened, I get up, and the heat went over to the back, so it was so uncomfortable. I said, oh my Vajrayana Buddha, what have I done?
Vajrayana Buddha.
So I said, why is this so intense, So I and that's where all this problem comes in, because what happened is, last 1 year, whatever I ate, 60% needs to be vomited out. So you just can't digest properly. So that's why if my chemical will ask me, why are you so thin now? I also can't answer you. So the digestion, I think the absorption was not there. So what happened was, okay, fast forward towards the evening, I brought my mom out for dinner, just a quick one. Came back, suddenly I lie down a while, and this, like Brad said, the thrust, something,
the energy
push out, and this 2 by 3 inches plastic, 2 by 1 plastic, just came out together and was floating on the toilet bowl.
Toilet bowl.
What in the world? So I took it up. Actually, later I can forward to you all. I took a picture. I said, how could this is not biodegradable kind of plastic? It's those shining one. How it came out? I didn't. The first thought was not how it went in. How it made, as a surgeon, I said, how in the
to come out is very difficult. To go in is very easy. There is an esophagus, your pipe from your throat down.
Because what happened when we eat, the way the food is
chew, digest.
It will push the food go downwards and gravity and kind of stuff. But then it's going the opposite way. Is beyond science.
That's why after that he recovered. Wow, he said so much better. Last night he talked to me. He said,
So only I realized I didn't go into. I was stubborn. Friends asked me to go and do X-ray. I said, no, something must be not right. But then only I realized that plastic might be stuck in my diaphragm. So
halfway.
The acid the acid knows that something wants some food coming in, so it produces more acid. So that's where all the gas comes in.
Yeah.
And because of the esophagus, the sphincter didn't manage to close properly, so the air just comes.
That's why he burp a lot.
And that answers everything. So I just, Sadhu, thank you, Brother Teo. Thank you, Brother Alex. Thank you, Brother Teo.
Very
I'd
good.
like to give 3 balls, Brother Teo.
Very good. Yeah, pay. Sadhu.
Brother Teo and all Kalyamitras, I just want to share, to inform that Dr. Jayanta On has very great faith in Brother Teo. Okay, because earlier on, before we came here, 3 of us all decided to come. Then Sister Song wasn't feeling well, so one day she informed me that she's not coming. So Dr. J told me, say, we will join KL by bus to Cameron Highland. I said, okay, no problem. Then eventually, Sister Song says she can go, she's feeling better. And then I told her, I said, if you're not feeling well, and she said she's worried for Dr. J, because he is also not too well. I said, if that's the case, both of you not feeling well, then it's okay, Sui Yan. We can go, we go, you cannot go, it's okay. But one day, Dr. J wrote to me. She says, Zoey, if I need to crawl, I will still go for the retreat. That shows he has great faith in you, Brother Teo. Sadhu.
That's why when you have the faith, that will drive you. Faith is very important. Then I used to tell the Singaporean people, I said, last time there was also one Kayamita, many years in the Dhamma already, also went for ordination, everything. Then when he attended my Thursday class at Sri An's house at that time, for the first few weeks, he from Malacca come down, not KLPJ nearby. And you know what happened? Like I told them, for the first 3 days, he cannot understand what I teach or the Bali or what he used to learn. Then luckily he came and approached me and talked to me. Then I explained to him, I said, you are not the only one. In fact, most of them come also cannot understand what I say and felt like shock, completely opposite of what they used to learn on. That's why truth is the opposite of what the mundane mind thinking think is logical and can accept. But truth is always the opposite of what logic is, most of the time. In fact, if I'm not wrong, all the time. Because your mundane thinking mind believe this is all very real, understand? The world, the experience that you have gone through, the form and mind, everything is so real, like you see. How can you say it's not real? Especially your physical body. That's why whatever you take as real is actually not real. That everything you think is really can be owned, can be possessed, or belong to you. They don't really belong to you. That's why it's all opposite. Then the teaching is, don't do. Don't try to know. Don't develop any arising of thought. You sure go cuckoo. Don't want to know, don't want to do that, who meditate? Understand? Everything is like the opposite. Then no method, no technique one. Understand? The emphasis is only on understanding. Then stay at the heart. Nobody thought. And sometimes monk, if you tell them, stay at the heart, scold you, understand? Don't stay there. They prefer you to stay up here, understand? The forehead. And now you understand, you tell me where you want to stay. You know Yun Chan told me, Yun Chan, you want to share? You told me this morning after the breakfast. He said last time he used to put his attention at the abdomen. Then find it not easy to be peaceful. He said recently he remember I said stay at the heart. So she stay at the heart. Wow, very peaceful. Not much thought. You try now in your own words. You share better.
Oh, no. Normally, I follow the Burmese style with the rising and falling. So I feel my breath as well as the rising and falling. So then I listened to you, then it became quiet, the mind became quiet. Then I remember you say stay at the heart area. So the rising and falling stopped. So it became quiet. And then I I stayed at the heart area, quiet. Then it became very peaceful.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's how you experience the difference. You know why or not? Thought is respond to memory. So if you stay most of the time here, this one think a lot. When you stay here, it's far away from the senses. And most of the time you don't perceive, you just aware here. So how can you create thinking? That's why you will have less thought. You stay here. But if you draw the anapanasati from here to your abdomen, okay, you can be mindful of that process. Then it is okay. Because the mindfulness will make you aware. You don't think. But most people, you are so conditioned and so habitual, when you do this, you cannot get the anapanasati mindfulness. What happened? The thought starts to move. You are actually most of the time up here again. Because you are not able to develop that continuous sati. Then here, because he frequently do last night the rising falling, this one not stable. So the awareness of it is not stable. That's why he cannot stay here. If you can stay here all the while, really mindful of that movement, it can be very peaceful. Well, in the early years, I accidentally did it. I already know how to lie down everything. Then suddenly, one day, I just relaxed, maintain aware, I sat. Then I can be aware anywhere. Then suddenly, I went down to the abdomen there, without doing rising, falling before. I haven't done it before. Then I stay there. Wherever I lay my awareness, I can be mindful. Then I went into that very deep state of silence. But here also not at the brain, not at the brain. Because I can be fully aware. But then after that, I understand already. I just move on. That's why later on when I came out to share, I said, whatever method technique you are familiar with, you can continue to use. It's just a skillful means to initially train you to be aware at the point where your object of meditation is. That's why the Buddha started anapanasati. Kaya Nupassana means any part of your kaya that you can develop mindfulness, just develop it. Then after you develop the mindfulness already, you're supposed to stabilize it. Then move on to daily mindfulness. Mindfulness of the four postures. Then mindfulness of sati sampajana. Mindful of all action, all movement in the present moment with clear comprehension. That is the training. Kaya Nupassana. Then your wisdom will come, your understanding will come. So all this is for you to develop as understanding so that you know how to meditate. That's why you meditate with understanding, you won't go wrong. We should all rejoice with the good sharing, especially Jayanta. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Because now, after all this year, because of the faith, he has picked up a lot of things. And that transformed him. Writing down, the mind, brain, they're not cluttered. Then now, he not like last time, very busy. You phone him, you cannot get him. Well, he got too much thing to attend to. Then when he was sick, he really cannot do anything. That's why Suyan also told me, he said, he said, you better have a look at Jayanta. He said he lost weight, he burped a lot, and he is not like before. But every time he go to Malacca and meet our Jayanta, he got feedback from Jayanta. Jayanta said, I'm okay. He said, so what is happening is, Sui An just came back from US. And I don't know how come he was with you in Malacca. He straight away go down or what? The 19 or 20th of August. He said he met up with you. Oh, good. Sadhu. So all this is like meant to be. Then when I know all about it, I said, never mind. I think Dr. J is okay. He should know how to get out. And I knew it's a lot to do with karmic obstruction and all those things. But luckily the faith is there. He persevered. Then he came. When he came, I saw him first few days. Cannot talk, no mood. But he tried very hard at the back there, listen and all. Then when the thing clear, he became so different. He said, Matthew, wow, it's really a great relief. And now you see he like back to normal and active again. Can participate and develop all the joy. And the beauty is at the Nasi Lemak this morning, he can like be quiet, relaxed, and with the awareness, really, what I should say, develop the present, although not fully present. At least the lost in thought, the heedless thinking, the clouded, all those things does not disturb here. Otherwise, he cannot sit there and appreciate the nature, the river flow, the breeze, and all. Cannot one. Wherever you go, you think one, you worry. Then sometimes you're excited by the scenery for a while only, but you were never there. After that, handphone already. That's all. After that, think of this, think of that. Then talk already. Then like carried away already. When I travel, I really travel. I fully there one. No. When I'm on the bus also, when I'm on the plane also, when I landed also, when I'm there, I have the sati awareness within, and I fully present on, and I really there. You all, the thought is there. The thought is all the time there. You think, here excited, there excited, then here too busy up here. But when you stay here at the awareness, you really have the present, this present moment awareness within the moment, without thought. And there is clarity. And there is this, what they call, very unique, intense experience that you have, that you really there. Understand? Then when I travel also, when the bus or what the scenery I see, I observe, is through specific phenomenal awareness. Then when I'm at the scenery area or what, especially I went with my wife Xinjiang, even Uthai-san also. Wow, the nature really, the pristine beauty and wonder, you look at it, when I say look, it's with the pure perception, that's all. Then of course I want to know, I can know. Then I feel the breeze, I feel the nature's energy. Then I feel the lake. That lake, the vibration is very fine, very still. So all this, you can really develop the ability to experience it. And this is life, understand? To live life is to experience the pristine beauties and wonder of life every moment, every instant. Everything is so pristine. Why do you go and worry about life? Thinking about life, planning, scheming, doing all those, what they call normal, heedless living being do. Not to say you cannot. Because these are your habitual tendencies. I ask you to stop immediately, you cannot. Like the small boy. Boy cannot go out. I tell you, he should rebel. But when you let the boy understand already, dangerous thing don't do, you go out, don't mix with the wrong way, then you train them. Then when they understand, no need to control. Like this Monday mind. When he understand, he listen to you. Why? If I listen to you, I'm very peaceful. I don't have suffering. Understand? Only to Dhamma practitioner. Understand? You don't have the Dhamma one, he listen to you also no use. You are all egoic, selfish. But when it developed the understanding, if I listen to my master, I am peaceful. Because he has the Dhamma. If I don't listen, I get into big trouble. That's why when you train your mind, it's like you play badminton. You become very skillful, understand? Because you train already. Then the shuttlecock listen to you, Where you want to send it, it will go to the play. You want to send baseline, it will go baseline. You want to drop it in front, it will go. Then you want to retrieve, even how fast they smash, you can retrieve it, provided you are agile, alert, and you are skillful. So when the mind is trained, it listens to you. Means what? I want it to be silent, straight away silent. I want it to be at the awareness, straight away at the awareness. I want it to think, I want it to understand, I want it to perceive. It will just do that. Then it does not move, it does not stir. That is a well-trained mind. Means most of the time, you are already at the awareness base, and this Monday mind already developed the understanding. If I stay here, Dhammapada verse 2, happiness will follow you. Then you get to reap the fruit of your hard work, your cultivation. Then you get to develop a lot of beautiful virtues and good understanding. That's how the Monday mind understand and listen to you. So a trained mind and an untrained mind is different. The untrained mind, like we say, is a devil's workshop. The trained mind actually has clarity. It does not simply do all the heedless thinking and stirring and reaction anymore. Well, there is wisdom connected to it. And it is very, very obedient. Whatever you want it to do, it will just do that. Okay? Yeah. We continue, huh? Yes, Adeline. Thank you.
I think I must report this meditation. I think this is a meditation with guidance. Yeah. So hope it will benefit the Kayamitas. Yeah. This morning, when Brother Teo said we had 1 hour meditation, I was thinking of lying down. Okay. So, but somehow the inner asked me to go out.
Go for a walk.
Okay. So I just walk very mindfully. This one, just very mindful. Only on the awareness is on the steps.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
No problem. The awareness and the movement as one.
Yeah.
In 89, when I connect, I was doing a lot of walking meditation down there. I just walk. Naturally, relax, walk. Walk until body and mind as one. No thought one. Then everything I do is aware one. Then I came out and sit. That is the sitting that I connect to the oneness. Then the cessation happens. That's why when your mindfulness is there, everything can happen. And when the time comes, this is what will happen. What meant to be will be. But you need the faith. You need the sincerity and the perseverance. Just do. Don't go and listen to your thought. Complain. Why so stupid? Come here and torture yourself. Everything cannot do, cannot eat. Then all the food every day the same. If you listen to your thought, on the last day you're very happy. Then you, on your memory here, you carry, I go back. The first thing is my favorite food. Can be char kway teow or anything. That is how the heedless, mundane thinking operates. So to reverse this, to make you heedful and no longer heedless is very important. Okay, we let Adeline share.
Okay, so I just walk 1 round towards the outside, very still. Then after that, I outside the Maitreya Buddha, so I just pay respect. Somehow the inner tell me, you can sit at the bench.
Sadhu. Then what happened?
So I just walk to the main shrine, between the main shrine and Maitreya. So I just do walking meditation. So I just walk 1 round towards the toilet side.
Yeah.
So there is someone there I just mindfully walking.
Yeah, you can sense.
Awareness,
the awareness can sense.
Someone is there.
Yeah.
So I can choose the one to perceive.
Yeah.
So when I walk towards quite near to him, so somehow this thought come, perceive.
Wow, sadhu.
So I can see the awareness coming from here up to
go to the
here.
brain there. The
So I
memory
just
there.
perceive. Okay, this someone with the grey.
Yeah.
So actually, when the thoughts arise, I can choose to perceive
correct, or not to, or
Yeah.
continue with the mindfulness. Sadhu, very good.
So this one, I say, I perceive.
Yeah.
I can see that it's up here.
Yeah.
The man. So after that, that's it. I stop. Then I continue walking.
Yeah, correct. Well, the sati is like that. Sadhu. The sati is like that. You can choose You want to know, you can know. If you don't want to know, you stay in the spacious awareness or specific phenomena awareness. That is what sati is. That's why when you are in sati, you are not lost in thought. You are not every moment, every instant perceiving, reacting, thinking, emotional. All these other sankhara activity of the mundane mind. Then what did the Buddha say? Sabbe sankhara dukkhang anasara. All sankhara lead to suffering. That's sabbe sankhara anicchang. They come and go, they come and go. Think so much for what? Think also like that, don't think also like that. But to live life, you need to use your thinking mind, your thought. You need to communicate with people. You need to have relationship. You need the worldly duality, perception, and existential convention. So only use the mundane mind when you need to use it. And most of the time, if you don't need to use it, you are just here, aware. Understand? And you become very efficient, I tell you. Even if you are a housewife, you're working, or you become very efficient. You finish your thing very fast. Like when I was working that time, 89 onward, I can understand things very fast. That's why after I left the listed company, the MD got to employ 6 more engineers with him, 7 of them to take over what I do. And I only got 2 people assisting me. How can I cover so much job? Because there is clarity. I never panic, never worry. Whatever comes, I look at it with clarity, I understand. Then, with understanding, I clear very fast. So all these are the benefits of being heedful, developing this awareness-based meditation. And it makes you very peaceful, very tranquil, very still. All the agitated, chaotic, phenomenal world activity, you don't want already. Because you see the big difference between heedless living and heedful. You cannot go back to the old way already. That is what will happen. So we rejoice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good, I tell you. Some more?
So after that, I sat at a bench outside the Maitreya Hall, facing the main shrine. So the moment I sat down, very cold. I can feel the coldness at my buttock, then go to my back. So just sat there without any thoughts.
Sadhu.
Just the tactile sensation.
Yeah. The awareness of it. The awareness. And it's very clear one. Very clear one. No, it's okay. Oh, okay.
So I just sat there meditation, then suddenly there's a loud ha 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 ha.
Oh, sadhu. Means the good friend come already.
It's the inner.
Yeah. Maitreya is like that one.
It's a laughter. Ha,
yeah. Very
then
loud one.
my awareness go very far.
Yeah. Sadhu. 2008, when Maitreya Buddha's nature come, it's also like that, but all in color one. No? He animate and he move on. No? Then the background, very loud one, but very beautiful one, the vibration. Then the message come out. 请你把正法传下去. As the word come out, the voice come out. As the word come out, the voice come out. Golden color one. No? 5 times. No,
no voice come out.
Never mind. What I'm telling you is, Maitreya's characteristic is like that one. The ha at the background there.
Okay, the vibration.
Yeah, the vibration. Very soothing one.
Very far. And then the understanding come is like, 把你的心放到越开
越好
越没有烦恼
越没有烦恼 Sadhu. Hey, right, somebody right. 把你的心放得越开越没有烦恼 right down there. Very good. Sadhu. Let's rejoice. Sadhu. Oh, means got affinity with Maitreya's nature. Very good. Sadhu. 把你的心放得越开
I can really see.
Yeah, 越好 Yes, because that is only the message to you to cultivate. But when he requests you to do things, he show you the golden color one, word by word come down, and the voice follow on. Very good. Sadhu. 业没，业没有烦恼，业没有烦恼。心开到，
开的越大，
越大啊，越没有烦恼，
越没有烦恼。
Really, when you have opened up your heart, no suffering, no problem at all. Because the heart is what the true mind is. When you are really able to be with this, that's why when you illuminate it until that nature becomes so clear and so bright, you got no more problem. All your understanding is already there. That's why open up your heart. OK 啊，把你的心放得开，放得越开越没有烦恼OK， 萨埵萨埵萨埵萨埵。
So after that, I still continue meditation, very still. Then after that, the thoughts come about just now the cons money, I collecting the money. I can see my thoughts.
That memory come back.
Go one round. Okay. Then mundane mind go one round
correct.
about the collection of the money. Then after that, very clear. I look at it. Then this is thinking.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's why your awareness can let you understand all the. Because these are the things like unfinished business that you recently really try to help out in the collection. All it just recent. Then when you are out of the awareness, the first thing to come back is respond to memory. That thought come out, and when that thought come out, in that awareness, she saw it very clearly. And from which part of the brain?
Dependent origination.
The dependent origination. Paticca samuppada. Yes.
Then after that, I feel the tightness on my leg. When I have thoughts, this is what happens. This is tight here. This is tight here. And
all the tightness, all you start to experience. But when you are in the awareness, you are like no mind to perceive all these things. You are just really in that state of, I say, enjoy. Means totally aware, relaxed, and free. Nothing to bother you. But once you come back to the mundane, then all this physical activity and movement starts to come out again.
So I just say, relax.
Then
relax.
it subside.
Then after that, I meditate. It's like somehow I feel that 我还没有放下. I still have a self meditating part.
At the back.
There is still an I there. So, so I look at it, I relax further. Somehow then this part gone.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Because that is the habitual part that is always holding on to things. It's like that egoic mind is still there, understand? It's habitual. Then you know how to relax into it. It gone. It will be gone. The totally disappearance of that ego. Because these are all dependent originating mind state created by the mundane mind through our previous habitual tendency, which we don't understand at that time. So this awareness will let you understand because you already have the understanding that it will prompt you. Then you know how to relax. And then gone. That is how the meditation or awareness-based meditation develops. And it will progress and continue to let you understand more and more, more and more, more and more. And this is a natural process because she has developed this ability because faith, sincerity. Then she just do, no doubt. That's why all these are possible. Like Adeline said, it will give you all faith when you understand. So what she realized or came to understand is just something very normal. He want to lie down, but inside tell him, no, go for a walk. Listen to the inner voice, go for a walk. Understand? That's why I say, you don't feel like sitting, like you are not calm, not peaceful, go for a peaceful walk. Then your mindfulness develops. When you are relaxed, nothing to distract you, then you're walking, drop into the awareness. Then the awareness and the bodily activity, kaya nupassana, become one. That's how after that, her mind different. Her mind different. And all the causes and conditions will arise for her to develop the contemplation, and the whatever understanding will start to appear. That's why you remember, I used to tell you, when you are aware, it can make you heedful. The moment you are heedful, you are home. You will understand on your own. Because this direct seeing, the awareness, can see things as they are. It can see the paticca samuppada, the movement. Then how? Want to perceive, perceive, don't want to perceive, no need to perceive. Then from which part of the brain, when the thought come in, to tell her what that thing is, she can feel. Like I told you, the whole brain, I know which part trigger off the food that I eat on. The taste part and all thing. And you can ask Zoey, my wife there, I sweat a lot on. Understand? You know why? This brain need, you know what is the physics understanding is? When you have sweat, the latent heat take away, you know. That's why my brain very cool one. The cooling system is automatic one. I don't need to have a cooler inside there. You can ask them, I eat very little, got a little bit of whatever sensitive out here, because this is a physical body, understand? Mechanical, understand? Before 89, I don't sweat one, no. Here, the head, never sweat one. After that, I realized a lot of sweat one, no. And the sweat, tissue paper, one not enough one, no. 4 or 5 one, no. But good, because I feel very cool up here. Here, my here never hot on. And there is what? This amazing awareness-based meditation is capable of. It is another rhyme, another beyond thought, beyond mind. And this one is already that nature which is intelligent, which is already with the nature's understanding and wisdom. Well, originally is perfect, no defilement, nothing, no word, the unconditioned. So that one, when you are there, you are capable of a lot of fantastic things, amazing things. Direct seeing, pure silent observation of what is to develop the wisdom. Then you can see things as they are. Then you know this is not the one that normal mundane seeing see. This is the supramundane seeing. Then you understand why people has duality, conflict. Where they use word, and that's all. That's why J. Krishnamurti very wise. He said you must understand thought is limited. And why thought divide and create all the conflict? He divide through what? Through words. Like race, religion, nationality, belief system, tradition. All this ideology, the other one is the great ideology. All this create division on. Then because of division, the living being gullibly attach, cling, grabs, then they take side. You remember there is a sentence by Krishnamurti? Whenever you call yourself a Hindu, a Christian, or Buddhist, you are violent, is it? You can ask being fidel, they also look at J. Krishnamurti. Why are you violent? Well, you take side already. Whatever like duality, the Buddha said, it must be sati idang hoti. When you arise this one, all the other religion arise. Then how to have peace? Well, you already identify. So you will cite your religion. You will cling on to your religion. You will protect your religion. That's why you become violent. You want to fight, you want to argue, you want to create the difference of opinion and all those things. So these are the real understanding that you can develop through awareness-based meditation. Okay, we rejoice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah, you continue, Adeline. Yeah.
So after that, I just continue meditation, very still, very relaxed. Then after that, there's a group of workers. They do some work there, and then very noisy. They talk very loud, and they pull something, kicking sound very sharp. But here, nothing. No irritation, nothing
it doesn't
at all.
affect you at
it's
all.
just hearing
Yeah,
awareness.
yeah. It's just that vibration that the senses pick up. That's it.
You can very clear. You can
Yeah.
know what's happening.
Yes.
They talk.
But
so
not
nothing.
affecting
not
you
move,
because
yeah.
all these are the sense door creation as well. And the awareness understand one. These are sankhara activity, not intrinsic within. That's why it can continue to stay within. Very good, sadhu.
And after that, they came into the Maitreya hall.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to disturb them. I just walk out. So as I walk back here, just like what Brother Teo, the step is very light.
Yeah, very light.
And I can feel which part of the muscle
the whole leg, you experience the awareness of it.
Yeah.
And it's like continuous one.
Yeah.
Ta, 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 but no sound. Like everything is connected to the awareness. That's the amazing part of mindfulness. When you are mindful, all this become clear. Because you become very sensitive. And no thought one. Because you got no thought, that's why you can be aware until like that. If you got thought, even in between, very subtle, gone already. The continuity of awareness is not there. You need the stability of awareness. And it's very amazing. When you already have that, like I used to tell Brother Song there, technically you don't need a teacher, you will learn yourself. But without a guide, it will take you very long, much longer. So all these understanding are very, very beautiful. Sadhu, Adeline, yeah.
Then as I approach Junti Pusa here, I just feel like I want to pay respect. And I sat at the bench there for a while. And the hearing awareness is
very sharp.
Very sharp.
Very sharp.
I can hear everything.
Yeah.
And at the back, people talking.
Yeah.
You know,
like you want to know, you can know. Even very distant sound, you can know.
And it's so calm, and it's just a hearing awareness.
Just the senses come into play.
So
very beautiful.
So after that, the Brother Teo ring the bell.
Just
like I'm in the hall like that. The sound is so clear.
Yeah, very clear one from outside. Because you are in that awareness nature. That is the real awareness sati type of experience that you will have if you really have it.
Then I just walk up.
Sadhu. This one really you must sadhu very long. Rejoice with your good understanding and progress. Adeline, sadhu. Very good. Yeah, and everything just manifests. Sadhu. Okay, we continue. Yes, I told Brother Song. Then you will also come to understand the Diamond Sutra's famous stanza, 一切有为法, means everything within the conditioned world are conditioned Dhamma. This is because psychological time creates the phenomenal world of consciousness. And the psychological time creates the phenomenal world of consciousness, the conditioned world of conditioned Dhamma. 有为法 is conditioned Dhamma. That everything that arises within the conditioned world, they are dreamlike, illusionary, like a bubble and a shadow, or shadowy. 如梦幻泡影 will become very clear to you. Then it is followed by 如露亦如电, like a morning dew and a lightning flash, which is the present moment experience. So how real can it be? It's just like a lightning flash. Split second is gone. Certain phenomena may take a longer time to arise. That is why it is analogous to a morning dew. Finally, 应作如是观. You must contemplate it thus to develop the profound wisdom of the Diamond Sutta and break free from all duality. Then I say, very good. Maha? Ayo, rejoice lah. Sadhu. Then Brother Song say, Brother Teo, today's Dhamma sharing is truly, what is that word? Then I say, yes. That is why when the teaching starts to link, more and more profound Dhamma will surface. If you are to do this cultivation on your own, it will take you a very long time to reach this level of understanding. That is the reason why the Buddha Sasana and the great beings are very important. Without them, you cannot find all this understanding. If you try to understand on your own, it will take you a very long time. It is just like the gateway to our nature. If I were to look for it by my own self, it would have taken me at least 10 to 15 years to locate it. After that, to go through this nature's transformation to develop all this understanding, it definitely cannot be done in one life, in just this lifetime. A lot of hard work has been done in the past to contribute to such a possibility. All these are what the Buddha is trying to tell us. When the Buddha Sasana window is there, all these are possible. But this great being's nature, for Pusas nature, that is the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas are everywhere and their nature is all over. The reason why I like to conduct our annual retreat meditation at Sampo Temple in Cameron Highland is because I realize there are a lot of great beings' nature there. I came to know about Sampo Temple in 1989 when I was there attending a 5-day meditation retreat. It was during the retreat my nature connected, and that was how I came to know why that Sampo Temple way place is so conducive for cultivation. That is the reason why I told Brother Suyan back then that it will be the best place to conduct our annual meditation retreat. Finally, we managed to get the temple committee to allow us to have our annual retreat there, despite the fact that we do not have a Buddhist organization representing us at that time. We borrowed SJBA because at that time, Brother Suyan was there together with Brother Chim. We should thank them for that. All this evolved through causes and conditions, and it has manifested and grown to what we have become today. It is really amazing. That is because it is meant to be. Even without an organization, we can still have the permission to conduct all this annual retreat at Sampo Temple in Cameron Highland since 2013. So by now it's 11 years already. Then Brother Song. Lately, when I listen again to Brother Teo's recent Dhamma sharing, my understanding has become totally different. Just like now, when Brother Teo asks me whether I have anything else to add, at that moment, I could not think of anything to add. But when I slowly look at the whiteboard Dhamma, written Dhamma on the whiteboard, I felt I could link and connect all this Dhamma teaching, which are psychological time, Dhammapada verse 1 and 2, and the 12 link of Paticcasamuppada, etc. I was able to understand how they are all related to movements in psychological time. When psychological time starts, all things start. That's why when you understand, you connect, you link, then the whole big picture come out. Then I reply, I say, that is why I always share with you all that all of the teaching are interconnected. The difficult part is in knowing how to connect and link all this teaching, because they are actually one teaching. From the Four Noble Truths, the rest of the essential Dhamma, they spin off from that one teaching. When you have the understanding that the whole teaching and all Dhamma are interconnected, you will be amazed that the whole teaching is so very beautiful. That is the marvel of the Buddha Dhamma. Because it is the truth. It points towards the reality, to its suchness nature. It is related to life. That is why this Dhamma is a living Dhamma. it can be realized and experienced as a living reality. To have the ability to present and explain all this understanding is not easy, and yet we are able to do so. So, rejoice. You think easier. You try to go and look for it and see. Then I think Ingbi read, or Manya read, 20 years ago. I think no more Mandarin word. Manya read.
20 years ago, in December 2004, Sister Yoon, who is one of our pioneer Kalyanimittas, requested that I come out and share the Dharma. I remember that in December of 2004, the deadliest tsunami in history occurred. It created havoc and caused immense destruction and death in 14 countries in Southeast Asia. By this year end, December 2024, it will be exactly 20 years since I started expounding the Dharma. As such, this coming year end, the gathering of Kalyamittas will be especially meaningful, beautiful, and memorable. It will mark the 20th anniversary of my nature coming out to share the Dharma with the world. It also coincides with my 70th birthday. It seems that all this is meant to be. It is as if the time has come for the whole teaching to arise and manifest itself. That is why since 2017, the videos, the website, and all the recent special Dharma sharing can come to be. I also remembered that in January 2017, we formed the website committee to set up our Dharma website. In the last 6 to 7 years, all these Dharma sharing, books, and videos were recorded and stored in our website. Now, we have our own Dharma website, brotherteo.com, which is protected by our annual website security subscription. For all this to arise, we must thank all those who help and make this possible, especially Brother Lau, Brother Sui An, Brother Chin Hao, and Sister Zoey. Actually, in the last 7 to 8 years, a lot had transpired. That is why from now onwards, you will start to understand why you have to realize one Dharma door at a time before it can lead you to the next one. Once you understand and realize the significance of Dharma doors, you will become different. It is as though the wisdom key opens that first Dharma door. When you go in with the understanding you have gained, it will lead you to the next Dharma door and then to the next Dharma door and so forth. When you come to understand that the whole teachings is all connected, it means you already have the master key to open all the Dharma doors. All the Dharma understanding is actually one. It is the entire Dharma teaching of the supreme vehicle in the Mahayana Buddhist tradition. Sister Zoey said, towards the end, when the Surangama Sutra was mentioned, something occurred to me from within and it wanted me to share. From the source, everything arises and we become. The first thing to arise is the pure awareness nature that can be aware of everything, whether we know it or not. And then the form and the mind give us some senses through our physical body, as well as the thinking faculty through our mundane mind. From the mundane mind, we create the world, the phenomenal world of consciousness as we know it, as our apparent reality. So I want to share that we think that is the only reality that every one of us agrees with. But this is not always the case. That was a very common misconception that I had all this time. To make that clearer, I will give you an example. If there is a phenomenon of sound, we are either conscious or aware of it. But when we want to try to cognize it and remember what has transpired, we use our ear and then we start to label with our memory. This is good sound, a bad sound, or a loud sound. It is bad for health, etc. We start to create that conscious experience as our present moment experience, and we label it as our reality. So now, think back to the Surangama Sutra teaching on the mind. For example, We all understand that someone that is deaf cannot hear. So whilst the people that can hear that sound will say that it is a good sound, it is good for health, etc., there are others who may argue that it is a bad sound, it is bad for health, etc. For the person who cannot hear, his world does not have sound, and so there is no such thing as a good sound or a bad sound. His reality is very different from other people's reality. Actually, each of them has their own version of their own apparent reality. That is why this apparent reality is unreal. What we know as our life, the so-called highest in life, is unreal. It is only what we think of it, but we hold on to our interpretation and fight over it. That is to say, my version is right, but your version is wrong because of our ego, our pride, our views, and our opinions of things, through our greed, hatred, and delusion, the three evil roots, etc., all born of delusion. So actually, if we do not want to fight, we just need to accept that something that can be good can also be bad, depending on who is perceiving and from what position and perspective that person is coming from. Everybody can be correct and everybody can be wrong, depending on how you want to interpret and what kind of assumptions you want to take into consideration and how far back in history you want to go. That is why arguing in this conditioned world of apparent reality and duality is really futile. This is what I want to share. Brother Teo, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Louder, louder, louder. Because what she realizes is very profound and very good. Because each and every one of us, we have our own version of truth. And this is the apparent reality that we hold. Understand? It's from your views, your memory, your conditioning, your belief system, your whatever education, tradition. But what is the truth? The truth is whatever that can explain the way things are is the truth. Understand? Like the Buddha said, whatever arises, there are causes and conditions behind. So what are the causes and conditions behind? The nature's law that governs life and existence. That points towards the truth. That's why when conditions like that, things will be like that. That is suchness. That is the isness of things. That is what is. Ta-ta-ta. So when you understand this, then you don't argue. This is suchness seeing. Then their apparent reality, the different version of truth, is truth according to you. Understand? That's why I always share one. Truth is, the isness of that thing is that reality. Cannot argue one. Nobody can monopolize that truth. Whatever we say, your truth is subject to your own belief system and conditioning. So truth according to you, your truth, or my truth, has no meaning. The reality is, you can understand the Dhamma, you understand the nature's law that governs life, then you realize truth is. Nobody can own and monopolize. Truth is within nature. But all of the nature's condition, when it's said like that, then things will be like that. Understand? It cannot go otherwise. You understand? We are dependent originating. The totality of consciousness in this universe decide how the universe should move. Understand? Then dependent on whether there is a powerful nature or not. Otherwise, it will just follow this nature's law. Unless you have the nature of Sammasambuddha or great big, then through your vow, you can cause certain things to arise. But you got no control over the rest. That's why when they come to the theory of God, sometimes certain thing is beyond God. What happened to the universe is beyond God. If it's a creator that creates everything, then no fun. It's not like the IT people. They can create a game called Civilization. You remember? You can choose what tool you have now. Then that civilization come out to be according to what you want now. Then you change the parameter, the civilization becomes different again. Understand? The person who create that software, is he a God? No, isn't it? Because he understands logic, isn't it? He understands the IT, what they call, you call what? The one that do the program one, system analyst. Yeah? Or developer, the software developer or the apps developer. So all this you can see and understand from what we have come to as evolution of technology and understanding of the technological world. So our nature is the same. There are nature's law that governs life and existence, and all this, especially scientific law, physical law of nature, biological order, these two, they also move very fast. That's why scientists, using your thought, can understand this and can go very far. They can travel out of space. They can develop the science and understanding to build rocket and all those things. Then to land on different planets. Then later on, maybe different world system. What is limiting them is now the speed of light is the fastest entity, and they cannot go beyond that. So it takes them a long time to maybe explore. If you go to 1,000 light years away, you come back, everybody die already. So nobody is around already. Even 100 light years away. By the time you reach that 100 years, you come back another 100 years. Traveling at the speed of light, everybody gone. But the one travel on the spaceship still alive. You know why? Because you travel at the speed of light, your time is like not moving. And you don't grow old. That is the theory of relativity that Einstein discovered. Because there is a scientific equation for time. Where time becomes a fourth dimension. Time is related to your speed and the speed of light. Time equals square root 1 minus your speed over the speed of light square. This is what time is. So if your speed tends towards the speed of light, what is this value? S over C. C is the speed of light. S is your speed. If your speed reaches the speed of light, C over C is what? 1. So square of 1 also 1. 1 minus 1? 0. Time stop. Understand? But you cannot travel at the speed of light on. Because speed of light to the existential world is the fastest entity. So most of the time you're very near the speed of light. But this figure, when you divide, is also almost 1, 0.999999. Square of it also 0.99999, but maybe less number at the back. 1 minus that, also the time is like you age very slow. And this is already proven in science. And you check, this formula is correct on. That's why Einstein is extraordinarily intelligent at that time. And he's very famous. Okay? Continue.
What Sister Zoey has shared is very good. I would like to add on a bit more to make it more complete. You see, the Surangama Sutra mentioned that perception of form is consciousness. So from here, at the mundane mind level, you perceive. Then, through consciousness, you create the phenomenal world of consciousness. That is how all dualities arise. That is why perception of form is consciousness, which means it is deluded because this consciousness is a mundane consciousness that arises through mundane seeing. Before you become enlightened, this thought consciousness is not the pure awareness, but its non-perception means that from here, at the pure awareness stage, where there is no thought, no duality, nothing, what you perceive is the reality by seeing things as they are. That is why from here, the pure awareness nature, you do not perceive from a form. Why? Because 看山不是山, seeing mountain as not mountain means non-perception. Non-perception is wisdom. This is the direct seeing, seeing things as they are. You do not label. The form that we label comes from the thought process, the memory, the knowledge, your views and the opinions that you hold on to, the meaning that you give to each and every one of these existential world's apparent reality. That is why Sister Zoey said, all the various versions of truth of realities that living beings perceive are conventional truths, not ultimate truth. Every living being has his or her own views, opinions, conditioning, belief system, etc. So how can you expect the world to come to a consensus and develop peace?
True or not?
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
Are you all listening? Yo, louder. Okay, continue.
That is why all discussions on world peace usually end up in wars, in more conflicts, more disharmony and argument. In fact, a lot are due to the evil root of hatred and anger. If you look at the Middle East wars and all the other conflicts that arise within our planet, they arise because of the evil roots of having a lot of hatred, a lot of anger, a lot of greed, selfishness and delusion to seek power and authority. All these are the evil roots that manifest in the chaotic phenomena world of consciousness. But living beings still grasp, cling, fight unceasingly, doing a lot of silly things. This is what delusion is. According to the Diamond Sutra, all these illusions with no reality. All these are illusions with no reality. Diamond Sutra.
Okay, I better read. Diamond Sutra, page 56. 一切有为法 means everything within our conditioned world are conditioned Dhamma. I hope by now you all can understand this. Then 如梦幻泡影 everything that arises within this condition are therefore dreamlike, illusionary, like a bubble, and shadowy. And hence there is no reality. 如露亦如电 like a morning dew and a lightning flash. So how real can it be? 应作如是观 You must contemplate it thus, to develop the profound wisdom of the Diamond Sutra's teaching and break free from all dualities and delusion. The above imply this is an illusory world. That's why the illusory phenomenal world of consciousness and form are not real, because perception of form is consciousness and hence illusory, because it's just an image, consciousness. This phenomenal world of consciousness is like a magician creating all the illusion for you to see, yet you still believe it. That is why you must develop awareness and go back to this pure awareness nature to see with the direct seeing, where you do not perceive, to enable you to see things as they are. This means no more duality, no more right and wrong, no more of your views, my views, and other people's views. This is because reality is, truth is. It is suchness. Reality is without words, not your truth, not my truth, not other people's truth. All these are our individual views and opinions of what the world is. But the Dhamma is the only reality. That is why these Dhammapada verses are evergreen. They never become obsolete. This is where the difference lies between the living Dhamma and the mundane or knowledge-based Dhamma that the world has created through the phenomenal world of consciousness and the thought process. That is why thought-based approach is always knowledge-based. So thought-based seeing cannot see things as they are and cannot awaken, where there is no wisdom behind that seeing. That is why all thought-based doing or learning cannot genuinely develop wisdom. You can only develop more and more knowledge and become more and more sophisticated. Okay, I think we should end here. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Brother Song, do you want to summarize before we end? Then Brother Song continue. Manyuan, you can continue to read.
This evening's Dharma sharing is very deep, profound, and wonderful. Brother Teo has shared a lot of very penetrative understanding. If we listen again, it can help awaken our nature. We should listen carefully again and contemplate on the many beautiful Dharma quotes and pointers shared by Brother Teo to stabilize our understanding. Anyone who does it with faith and understanding can awaken. Brother Teo said, if we can document today's sharing in written form, it is going to be very beautiful. Some parts of the Dharma that I have shared today are beyond the Heart Sutra cum meditation classes, short notes, provisional teachings that I had taught you earlier on. These Heart Sutra cum meditation classes, short notes, provisional teaching are the initial basic understanding of the teaching needed for all of you to go on to the higher teachings of the Supreme Vehicle. This teaching is based on the understanding of the higher teachings, and it can let all of you develop a complete grasp of the whole teaching. The sharing today connects and links a lot of very important Dharma and understanding needed for one to have a better grasp of the whole teaching. By now, all of you should realize that everything is interconnected. All these explanations I have written on the whiteboard, including what Sister Zoey has added and shared, can help all of you develop more understanding of the cultivation. That is why there is a stanza in the Surangama Sutra which states that perception of form is consciousness, whereas its non-perception is wisdom. This statement is so beautiful and so profound. At that time, in 1989, when I read that Surangama Sutra stanza, my nature rejoiced. I said that this stanza is most beautiful because that was what my nature saw. Consciousness is really like a magician, an illusionist with no reality. Then what is the present moment? It is the only reality and the highest in life, but it is so transient. Split second it is dead and gone, split second it is dead and gone, and yet that is the only reality in life. So how real can life be? And yet living beings hold on to that illusionary world which has no reality. If the only reality is so transient, how can there be a permanent unchanging entity? Because everything that happens within existence has to be within the present moment. Moment to moment, it arises and passes away. It comes and it goes. It appears and disappears. Split second, it is dead and gone. So where is the reality? Yet living beings can still cling on to such things in detail, as if everything is so beautiful and so real. But please do understand that our existential world has its own apparent reality and wonderful existence. This existential world, although it is unreal, there is such a thing as life. That is why in the Heart Sutra there is this saying, in true emptiness there is wonderful existence.
真空妙有. Okay, continue.
But to understand those words, you must realize true emptiness. Only then can existence become truly wonderful. Of course, you can only describe and explain its wonders after you have realized true emptiness and developed true understanding, because only after your awakening can you transcend duality and suffering. Then you can come to this existential world with a form and mind that has this special understanding. This existential world, which has its own mundane reality, or what they call life or existence, can be really wonderful and beautiful. There is no suffering at all. That is why in this segment of my present life, when it comes, it is beautiful every moment. Of course, after 1989, when I connected and developed all this understanding, it became even more wonderful and beautiful. When the third phase of the Dharma, Pativeda, which is after the direct first-hand realization of the Dharma, dawned on me, all this wonderful existence become possible. Every instant, every moment, life is so pristine, wonderful, beautiful, and meaningful. This is what life and existence is all about, although not so real, because everything just comes and goes. Hey no you, hey no me. But there is such a thing as Buddha Dharma within the conditioned world. There is such a thing as wonderful existence within the conditioned world. So do not be mistaken by one-sided reality. This is the reason why you have to understand both the unconditioned Dharma and the conditioned Dharma. Only with these two understanding can you truly live life. Otherwise, you cannot live life. To make the Dharma a living reality, you need to understand both the unconditioned Dharma and the conditioned Dharma. So today, we end our sharing here.
Okay, rejoice, huh? Sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu, sadhu.
sadhu.
Very good. So, ending, closing puja, I said, let us rejoice with all the good sharing and wholesomeness once again. Then rejoice. Huh? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let us all share merits with all beings, starting with the devas by chanting the closing. This one is at that time. Huh? Now you all can pay respect. Huh? Pay respect mindfully to Lord Buddha, Guanyin Bodhisattva, and all the worthy ones. And we shall end this session. So we will also end this. We are lunchtime already. Huh?